Nelson Mandela's longtime doctor, Lieutenant General Vejay Ramlakan, was laid to rest in Durban today. The former Surgeon General of the South African National Defence Force and former MK soldier was given a funeral with full military honours. Ramlakan died on Thursday, sadly, last week after a suspected heart attack. A reporter, my colleague Tuba Valane, is joining us now. Hello to you, Tuba, and a dignified send-off for a man who served his country right to the very end.
Absolutely, it was a dignified funeral for Dr. Ramlakan. We understand that he worked for the better part of his life, working as a doctor as well as the MK soldier, and then after that he was arrested and then sent to Robben Island, and when he came back he joined the South African Defence Force, and then he grew up through the ranks up to the point where he became the Surgeon General. And we understand that he also headed the team that took care of the former President Nelson Mandela, and he was behind his bed during his last day. And during the funeral today, it was just his colleagues and comrades from the MK as well as the Defence Force who were reflecting on his life and describing him as a selfless leader who dedicated his entire life to serve other people. Among the people who were there was the health minister, Dr. Zweli Mkhize, together with the former President Zuma spokesperson, Meg Maharaj, as well as the defense minister, Unomsiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula. But maybe let's listen to what health minister, Dr. Zweli Mkhize, said.
Today, South Africa bids farewell to a brave warrior of our times, Lieutenant General Vejay Ramlakan. He was popularly known simply as Vijay, Comrade Vijay, for his entire life. As all of those, as all of those who knew him from his young age only remember him as an activist, but he was a father, he was a son, he was a husband, he was an uncle, he was a friend, he was a comrade, he was a leader and a mentor who meant a lot to those that knew him closely, a remarkable man who left a mark on all our hearts.
It's difficult to imagine the kind of closeness that the late surgeon would have spent and would have had with Tata Madiba, of course. That's what he was most well known for, was being his doctor and treating him, not just from the early days, but all the way right till the later years of Nelson Mandela's life, Tuba.
The Minister of Defense, Unomsiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula, spoke very profoundly about the relationship between the former President Ubaba Nelson Mandela together with Dr. Ramlakan, saying that he was the first person that called her and told her that Udada had passed on, and he was there just next to the bed, on the bedside of Nelson Mandela. And it's not surprising that if you look at the fact that after a few years after Tata Mandela's passing, he wrote a book that was subsequently he had to withdraw a few months later after the family complained about some issues with the book. But Dr. Zweli Mkhize, when he was talking about the book, he said the fact that he had to withdraw the book, it's something that pained him. He always hoped that there could have been that matter could have been resolved amicably. So it was something that he always hoped that they were still going to talk with the family, Mandela's family. But beside that, they also spoke about the book, the information that he was putting together about over 3,000 former prisoners, Robben Island prisoners, that he was writing about, and encouraging everyone to write their stories about their political experiences.
And as far as some of the other reaction from those who were attending, it's Always good to hear from ministers and those who have been in the trenches as we say goodbye to these comrades after their years of service. But this was a man who was well known even outside of the political ranks. Tuba, it was someone that I think many people immediately associated with Tata Madiba.
Absolutely. I mean, beside the politicians or his colleagues, there were also his children also had a chance to share their moment with that they had with their father. The daughter spoke about how they used to recently during the lockdown, how they taught him to bake during this time, and she remembers a lot of things that they shared with their father, saying from now on they don't know who to call when they are when they have issues that they need someone to protect them on, and even talking about the fact that even when they were walking on the street and some other people will start teasing them, they will always know that they will have to go to their father and surely he will defend them. But now that he's gone, they don't know who is going to come on their defense.
A terrible loss for the country indeed. Tuba Valane, thank you very much for bringing us up to date on how the country said goodbye in such a dignified way to one of its stalwarts.